Rhinos. When you picture one, you probably imagine a massive, armored giant with a formidable horn. They feel ancient, like living relics from a bygone era, and you'd be right. But what if I told you their story goes back over 50 million years, long before the first humans walked the earth? The journey of the rhinoceros is an epic tale of transformation. A story of how tiny forest dwellers grew into the towering beasts we know today, shaped by millions of years of climate change, competition, and the sheer will to survive. So, let's journey back in time to a world you've never seen and uncover the incredible evolution of the rhino. Our story begins about 50 million years ago, during a warm, lush period called the Eocene. The world was covered in tropical forests, and scurrying through the undergrowth was a creature that marked the very beginning of the rhino lineage. But it looked nothing like a rhino. Meet Hyraceus. This animal was only about the size of a modern dog, with a light frame and slender legs built for navigating the dense forest floor. And most surprisingly, it had no horn. To our eyes, it would have looked more like a small, strange horse or a tapir. Yet this humble, hornless creature was the ancestor of some of the largest land mammals that would ever exist. As millions of years rolled by, the planet began to change. The warm, wet forests started to shrink, giving way to vast, open grasslands. The climate grew cooler and drier. For the rhino's ancestors, this was a critical turning point. Adapt or die. Adapt they did. To thrive in this new environment, they began to evolve. They grew larger and stronger, better equipped for life on the plains. Their teeth became tougher and more robust, perfect for grinding down coarse grasses. Their legs grew sturdier to support their increasing bulk, and slowly but surely, their most famous feature began to take shape: the horn. This wasn't just a random development. It was a powerful new tool for defense and for competing for mates, a key to surviving in a more open and dangerous world. This evolutionary path led to some truly spectacular creatures. Let me introduce you to Paraceratherium, often called the giant rhino. Living around 30 million years ago, this animal was, quite simply, a titan. It is believed to be the largest land mammal that has ever lived. Picture this: creature standing over 16 feet tall at the shoulder that's taller than a giraffe and weighing up to 20 tons. That's as much as 4 large African elephants combined. But here's the twist. Despite its rhino heritage, Paraceratherium had no horn. Instead, it used its incredibly long neck to browse on the leaves of tall trees, much like a giraffe does today.
Over millions of years,
This gentle giant roamed across ancient Asia, a peaceful colossus in a world teeming with strange and wonderful beasts. Paraceratherium was just one branch of the incredibly diverse rhino family tree. As time went on, rhinos exploded into a multitude of different species, spreading across Africa, Europe, and Asia. By the Miocene epoch, around 20 million years ago, the world was home to dozens of rhino varieties. Some were built for the forest, others for the plains. Some had 2 horns, like many rhinos today, while others had just 1, or even some bizarre tusked rhinos that looked more like wild boars. You had sleek, agile rhinos that could run like horses, and massive tank-like rhinos with thick, folded skin that looked like natural body armor. This was the golden age of the rhinos, a time when they were one of the most successful and widespread groups of large mammals on the planet. Then, the world changed again, plunging into a series of ice ages. As glaciers advanced and temperatures plummeted, a new kind of rhino emerged, perfectly engineered for a frozen world. This was the legendary woolly rhino. Covered in a thick, shaggy coat of reddish-brown fur and armed with a colossal, flattened horn that it likely used to sweep away snow to find food, the woolly rhino was a true survivor of the cold. It roamed the icy grasslands of Europe and northern Asia, alongside woolly mammoths and saber-toothed cats. We know so much about them because our own ancestors lived alongside them. In caves across Europe, early humans painted stunningly accurate depictions of these magnificent beasts, giving us a direct window into the Ice Age world. But like so many giants of that era, their time came to an end. As the climate warmed and the glaciers retreated about 10,000 years ago, the woolly rhino vanished forever. From this vast and diverse family tree, only 5 species survive today. In Africa, we have the white rhino and the black rhino. In Asia, we have the Indian Javan and Sumatran rhinos. Though they look different, They all carry the legacy of their 50-million-year journey. They all possess that iconic, thick, protective skin, a powerful, muscular body, and of course a horn made not of bone, but of densely packed keratin, the very same material as your hair and fingernails. Each of these 5 species tells a unique chapter of this epic evolutionary story. The white rhino, the largest of the 5, has a wide, square lip, perfectly adapted for grazing on vast African grasslands. Its cousin, the black rhino, is smaller, with a pointed, prehensile upper lip designed for delicately browsing on leaves and twigs from bushes. Travel to Asia, and you'll find the Indian rhino, a true prehistoric-looking marvel with its single horn and thick skin that folds into plate-like sections, resembling a suit of armor. Finally, the Javan and Sumatran rhinos are the rarest and most ancient of them all. The Sumatran rhino, the smallest of the family, is the only Asian rhino with 2 horns, and is covered in long hair, a distant echo of its woolly Ice Age relatives. Both the Javan and Sumatran rhinos are critically endangered, clinging to survival by the thinnest of threads. The last vestiges of a lineage that once dominated the planet. But the story of rhino evolution isn't over. In fact, it's entered its most dangerous chapter yet, and the driving force of change is now us. Human activity has become the single greatest threat to their existence. Widespread habitat loss is shrinking their world, and the relentless horror of poaching, driven by the illegal trade for their horns, has pushed multiple species to the very brink of extinction. The northern white rhino is functionally extinct, a heartbreaking testament to our impact. But there is hope. Across Africa and Asia, dedicated conservationists are fighting a daily battle to protect these animals. They use everything from brave anti-poaching patrols and community education programs to cutting-edge genetic science to give rhinos a fighting chance. In so many ways, rhinos embody both the incredible strength and the profound fragility of life on our planet. They have survived catastrophic climate shifts, outlasted countless predators, and endured for 50 million years. Yet now, their future hangs in the balance, and their survival depends entirely on our actions. From those small, dog-sized creatures in ancient forests to the armored giants of today, the rhinoceros has undergone one of the most amazing evolutionary journeys we know of. They are a powerful reminder that evolution isn't just about becoming bigger or stronger, it's about resilience, it's adaptation, and the unending struggle to survive. So the next time you see a rhino, whether it's in a documentary, a photo, or if you're lucky enough, in the wild, take a moment. Remember that you are not just looking at an animal. You are looking at a living masterpiece of evolution. A 50-million-year-old story of survival. It's a walking relic from an age when giants truly ruled the earth. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button. And subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. See you next time.